Hi, y'all. What's good? I just want to touch on a lot of these movies and commercials that have been airing lately, not just during holiday time, but throughout the whole year. So, yeah, I've been noticing how it's been a lot more displaying of white man, black woman in publications, on advertisement, and movies, commercials. Like, I know I'm not the only one that noticed this, but it's funny how I also realized that a lot of movies that's been coming out lately where it's an interracial couple with the white man and the black woman in particular, how all these movies with them, they don't have, it's like it's no drama, it's no real issues. It's not the same type of mode that they have when there's a black man and a black woman in a movie. There's always some toxic behavior going on, but when it's them, it's always a movie that's gonna picture the white man as being a hero. Like he's gonna be heroic. He's going to be, this loving, this caring, this brave, courageous man. And the black woman, she always gonna be in a predicament to where he gonna come and save her. They do this in all movies, even when it's a black man and a white man as friends or partners. It still is gonna make it to where it's that white hero rhetoric. Where the white hero, he has to come and save, like, can't no black people do anything without the assistance of white people, like in Hollywood. I just want to touch on, just have y'all noticed, has other people noticed, shall I say, that it's a lot of that going on. It's like they don't show them having any issues, and they also want you to believe that whenever interracial relationships have a white man and a black woman, there's no problems, and vice versa. Like when it's a black man and a white woman, they make it like it's this perfect relationship. They don't have any issues. They have caramel colored kids with pretty eyes and with this straight hair, and everybody's happy, and everybody feel like they're at their peak. They're happiest when they in a interracial relationship. It don't seem like they're as happy when they're in the same race relationship. When it comes to black people, anyway, white folks, they show that all the time, where they happy in their relationship, and in other cultures as well, with Hindus, or shall I say Middle Easterners and Orientals. But when it comes to black, their male female relationship is always going to be somewhat toxic, to where they're promoting more homosexual or LGBTQ relationships to be even happier than a heterosexual black couple. So my take is, do our people eat this up? Are they actually noticing and wondering why, and thinking to themselves, why are the elites trying so hard to make it seem like we can't have a functional relationship, loving functional relationship that's not all about sex? Because they don't have no problem displaying how we like to fuck each other, but they don't have that same energy when it comes to really showing each other a genuine love for one another. That's something that we don't see in Hollywood anyway. Like I say, like um 11 Basketball and probably Love Jones was probably like, like the last movies we had where it was like it showed like heterosexual black couple that really loved each other. But the difference was, in Love and Basketball they got together then, and in Love Jones they didn't. It ended with her leaving on the train, and he was running but he couldn't get her attention. But which it would be nice to see a sequel to that, but that's wishful thinking. So yeah, I just wanted to I just want to express my thoughts on that. And if anyone sees this, if they can also let me know how they feel about it. If they agree or disagree, or what they think, how people are handling it. That could be another topic for discussion. But yeah, man, I just and it's kind of like they just beating you over the head with it. So it's like, what's the agenda? Why y'all want to keep beating us over the head with this white man is the better choice? Because you can see daily how it affects the mindset of black women. Just the way they look at black men out in public, or even in general. Because they don't have any concern for us as much as they do white men. Like the only time they want to deal with us is when they need us to help them fight a problem or help them get something done. And if anybody else got their back, they know we gonna be there to have their back all times, like we always have. Black men have never done anything that didn't include the women and children. That's automatic. We didn't have to point that out, but if you notice, in today's time, this post-feminine era or feminist era, everything's about them. And if it's not about black women in particular, they'll just say women, period. But now the fight isn't with the people, it's with women, and or it'll be with black women. But the plight, according to them, for most of them, is not about their people in general. And if some of them are talking that, you'd be surprised to find out that they actually are in bed with the white man. It also brings you to ask yourself, who are you really in love with? Which they display this. And me personally, I believe that they so infatuate a white man because most black women are Christians, and we know that the Christian religion is a white religion. And the reason why I say that is because Christianity basically is a religion that endorses the worship of white people. And the reason, and I'm gonna reiterate on that, is because, and how I'm gonna reiterate on that, excuse me, is because most images you see of Jesus, he's a white man. They rarely give you another depiction of him, publicly and repeatedly. He's always just a white guy with a long hair and a beard and blue eyes. And if you see him dark, it's something that you'll see like out of, um, in this inner city swap meet, or, hair salon, somewhere where a lot of black people at. That's when you might see a depiction of a dark skinned Jesus. But you don't see no dark skinned Jesus like in a white church or anywhere else like that. But you have seen black people do that in black churches in the past, and probably not. You know, I haven't been in a long time, so I couldn't tell you because when you did go, like I say, it just reiterated this love for him, because if you call on Jesus, basically all the images is white. So subconsciously, you're gonna see Jesus being white whenever you think about him. So like I say, you go to black churches, like you got a lot of single black women, and then if you ask them why, they be like Jesus is their man, and really what they tell you is the white man is their man, because you just got to see those type of women that be in those churches when they're out in public, see how they react towards a black man and how they react towards a white man, and if they have a corporate job or any kind of secretary job, anything like that, please believe that white man is their guide, and that's their Lord and Savior. Because if they seen us like that, if they seen black men like that, the way they see white men as being the Lord and Savior, they wouldn't feel the way they feel about us. Like I talk about often. They just seem like they have this deep rooted disdain. I mean, I even came across some comments that even white men made. They said when they dated black women, they was like they have this underlying disdain for black men. The ones that say that they didn't build them before, because you can imagine what type of stuff they tell them just to get in good graces with this white man that they're dating. Because when they dating one, it don't matter what he look like, who he is, as long as he got that white skin, that's all what really matters to them. Because I done seen some things, man, and they can't talk about black dudes with white trailer trash, or You know, some fat white women they can't talk about that because man, I done seen some of them with some some white guys, and I'm like, bro, I know, you know, if a black man came at you like that with that to offer or looking like that, you won't give him the time of day. But that white skin gave him a pass, and they was willing to accept it, and they don't give them the same attitude that they give black men. You know, cause like I say, once they give them a white man, they feel like they done, you know, they done found heaven. That's just the reaction. That's just expressions you see on their face. They be happy as they can be, man. But a lot of it is from programming, man. From um, just mind control. That's what a lot of it's from, man. And you sit back and it's crazy that they don't really pay attention to it. The only thing they'll do is come to defense. Because if you start talking about them in front of them, watch how defensive they get. They get defensive on that the way they should get defensive about black men, but they don't get that defensive, man. They'll agree with people when they start downing black men. But white men, you go to talk about that, they be like, wait a minute, but so and so ain't like this, or so and so ain't like that, or that's just the way it is. You got to get to know them, or yada yada. They'll come up with all kind of excuses instead of just giving you the real. So yeah, man. I ain't gonna be on here too long. I just wanted to speak on that a little bit and see what else come back with some more information and some more evidence of different things that that prove that they've been doing this for a long time. So basically, our women are still in love with their master at the end of the day. That's who they're in love with. They still love their master, and they still will be obedient, submissive, and all that towards the same man that oppressed them and put them and their families in a bad situation. Bad situation. So it's not about where all the good black men at. It's about where are the white men that want us at. That's the question they really asking themselves. Cause like I said, it's like when they with black men, it's like they looking for a reason. They just looking for something to complain about or to point out that they don't like. But with him, can't do no wrong. With all these celebrity couples, you don't see them airing out nothing negative about the dudes, which no married couple should have the business out there. But if you notice when a lot of them is with a black man, they'll it is like they relationship can't work. But then when they go to white man, it's like not only does it work, they just disappear. You don't hear nothing about the marriage life like that. I mean, you got a few of them, man. Like you got Eve, you got Alfred Woodard, you got I didn't, I found out that Whoopi Goldberg married three times, and all that was with a white man. You got Serena. I mean, you had Halle Berry. You know what I'm saying? And which, with her getting with him and not being able to keep him, that says a lot. That says a lot. But man, the list goes on and on, man. The list goes on and on. I mean, then you got the greats, and it's funny too how they get a pass. How black women be getting passes when they with a white man, but everybody scorning a black man when he get with a white woman. In that celebrity sphere, shall I say, or that celebrity cloud, they don't get that same treatment. They're just like, okay, like Diane Carroll, you know, um, Josephine Baker. I mean, yeah, I mean, like even with them, Anita Baker. I mean, like it just, bro, it just goes on and on, man. Like you found out, that's who they with. Like that's the only ones that's giving true love, and I'm like, and that's not the case. What I believe is that they feel like our love ain't good enough because they want it from somebody else, which is the white man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, and I catch y'all on another one. All right, later. Oh, and before I go, yeah, this is Genius Rising. Keep rising until you reach the top, and once you reach the top, keep rising until you reach space. And once you reach space, keep rising until you reach heaven.